So, funny story about working for the weekend. I used to think that this song was bad, meaning like you weren't getting the time off, but it's not that. Loverboy is trying to tell us that the reason why we're working all week long is in fact for the weekend. So if you want a piece of my heart, you better start from the start. Sned, I don't know if you've got Loverboy over there in England from the 1980s, or maybe there was a BBC equivalent of BBC equivalent of MTV. I'm sure there was. I bet we stole it. I bet we stole it from y'all. Thanks for the response. As you mentioned the whole buying beachfront property, that unlocks something in my memory, and we've definitely had a conversation similar to this before. My viewpoint has, I think, expanded or changed a little bit. Yours has remained the same. I hear what you're saying about that. You would really think that these people would fully invest in what's going on. The do as I say, not as I do stuff, that's BS. Justifying a private jet because you're so busy and you need the relaxation because there's so much good that an individual is doing for the community that it justifies such luxuries. Man, what a thought. I mean, it's outside of the global climate change. Definitely a change in the world with the weather, but I don't know. I guess the narrative works in my mind because I believe in localized pollution. Say you've got a nice walking trail. Now, this is something I think we can all agree on. You've got a nice walking trail, but somebody mucks it all up by dumping trash in there, partying out there, never cleaning up behind themselves, leaving a campfire that burns the whole sumbitch down. I think we can all agree on that particular effect. And maybe these global people piggyback off of that perspective in some cases. But you know, who like you said, who do you trust? There should be some very smart people at NASA. There should be some very smart people in the universities. I mean, that's what we're paying these suckers for, right? But then they put forth these studies, and lo and behold, somebody's relative magically in the politics magically owns like a solar panel factory or whatever. So over here we got that Elon Musk guy, right, Sned? And he says in these little feed clips, all that it would take to power the entire United States, he says, which I hear tell is pretty big. And in my experience, it is pretty big because it takes a while to get from one side to the other. And he said, Elon Musk, maybe he's smart, maybe he isn't, maybe he has biases or whatever, that a 100-mile by 100-mile plot made solely of solar panels could power the entire United States of America. Now, it would require a battery system as well. I'm guessing that stores the energy like during the daytime or stores the energy during foul weather. But you could say put these solar panels in a place that has historically great weather and a bunch of sunshine. Why not do that? Why not do that? If the government, say lo and behold, we say, okay, we need government, but government is only part of the things that we can't do for ourselves. And now, even if it isn't the government, and we're talking a private company, wouldn't it be profitable to make that type of energy, to make that type of infrastructure? So why wouldn't a power company do that? I mean, how expensive would a 100 mile by 100 mile grid of solar panels along with all the batteries? Or is it more like, say, like when an 8-year-old child has this profound idea of like, what if did you ever wanna what if we take a 100 mile by 100 mile solar panel and just make a big ass battery? Not that an 8-year-old would swear. But you get what I'm saying. It's sort of infantile, like when Kanye West says, how much money would it take to buy everything in the world? It's like profound and senseless. But I do know over here, hurricanes are blowing down trees and freaking roads are getting washed out. Towns isolated. Good talking with you. Thank you so much for the response.